they've played before this year and won. But before that, let's relive the last game at home. We had a very good game against the Cuba Wildcats, and a game in which you had balanced scoring up and down the lineup. Everybody got a piece of action in the game and played very well. You shot pretty good from the free throw line, Coach. Probably the most complete game you've played all year.
Yeah, it was. We put things together pretty well, and I was real proud of the way the guys adjusted. There was, I think, 63 fouls called in the game or something like that. Or,
a lot.
Yeah, almost 70 free throws shot, and it's so hard to get into any kind of rhythm offensively when the game is such stop and start and stop again, and you're shooting free throws every 30 seconds, and that made it tough. But I thought the guys did a good job of just continuing to execute, continuing to get to the free throw line themselves and trying to adjust the way that we played defense to try to not put them on the free throw line. And, I told the guys going in, I felt like we were a better team and that this was a game that we could really try to open up. And it took us a while to finally do that, but it was definitely our most complete game.
When you got to the second half, I noticed a lot more going inside to Lucas and to Jordan, and each of them had a very good second half for you, Coach. And that's something we've talked about where other teams may not have that height advantage like you do in the low post. And both guys were able to hit, and that's something that you've not been able to do in previous games where either one is hitting, the other is hitting, but not both. Here in this game against Cuba, you got them both going.
Well, we were pretty fortunate that, Cuba's really their only player of any size got in foul trouble early, didn't play very much, and the guys did a good job of recognizing that mismatch and getting the ball down into them, and they did. They finished. I think each of them missed one shot or something like that. I mean, when they're finishing in the post, this team is a pretty tough team to compete with just because they're such big bodies, and both of them use their body really well where they're hard to block and even hard to contest very much. And so those guys just got to know that as teams watch more film on us and they see games like Cuba, they're going to be double teamed a lot more, and they're going to be double teamed a lot quicker, and they're going to have to work harder in the post to get open to where our guards can give them the ball. And so, they got to continue to play at a high level because a lot of our offense is designed to be inside out. We want to get the ball inside first and then kick it out for those shots.
Even though we didn't shoot a lot of threes in this game against Cuba, I really thought that the game changed in that third quarter when Reese Dotson hit those back-to-back threes, Coach. We came out with a 7-point lead after the first half, and I really thought when Reese hit those back-to-backs, it seemed to put a little dagger into Cuba, and then the Tigers just kept expanding their lead.
Yeah, our game plan going in, knowing that we felt like we had a size advantage. We didn't really feel like they had, a shot blocker that could really protect the rim. And so the game plan going in was to attack the rim and to get to the foul line or finish at the rim because we haven't been shooting the ball that great from the outside. And so when you start to do that, defenses kind of start to sag off a little more, and that opened things up for Reese. He struggled in the first half, and I told him at halftime, you just got to keep shooting. Don't let the previous shot affect the next one because he's probably our best shooter from deep, and he came out in the second half and did just that and hit some big shots.
When I talked about the balanced scoring as we got started, though, and you got Brian Marlin with 7 and Logan Chilton with 8, Lucas with 9, 7 for Wilson, 9 for Carter Chilton, and then you got a couple of double figures there with Jordan and Reese Dotson. Coach, you get that kind of scoring up and down your lineup, you're going to be a tough team to beat.
Well, I don't feel like we have that one guy that can average 15 to 20 a night. We don't have that. A lot of teams, they may have that one guy that the offense runs through. And for us to be effective offensively, we got to have ball movement. We got to have ball movement away. Ball's got to be passed around quickly. We've got to set good screens and come off the screens. And so we have to have that kind of balanced scoring. And no one should, ever have to take a bad shot. And the guys know that. And our offense is all about, make the next pass and get a good shot. And they did an exceptional job of that, and shots went in.
Got that big second win, go into a long holiday break where the team had a chance to do a little bit of practicing and get that holiday in there. Now get back to work here as the new year comes around. You're going to take on the St. Clair Bulldogs. St. Clair and Tigers battled to a 1-point victory for Salem in that Sullivan tournament, and it was a very, very tight game all the way through. Salem had a 4-point lead at halftime and a 4-point lead at the end of three quarters. This was not a game that I think that if somebody watched this game, I think it was a little bit more entertaining game than they may have thought, because there was a lot of back and forth play in this game.
Yeah, it was. I think they jumped out to like a 6 or 8-0 lead, and then we built up, I think at one point, like a 10-point lead, and they got back in it and ended up to be tied with, I think, 30 seconds left. And we forced a turnover, and Reese ended up having to make the free throw with a second left to ultimately win the game. And I don't like playing the same team more than once. That's why we choose some of the tournaments we do. I want to try to play a variety of teams of all kinds. And you play a team like this that you beat in the way that you beat, getting a foul called with a second left to go to the line to essentially win the game. They've got some revenge in their heads, and they want to, they felt like they were kind of, the official kind of took that game from them. They felt like, I'm sure. And so they're going to have a chip on their shoulder, and they're going to come out with twice the effort and intensity I'm sure they did the first time we played them. They've got more games under their belt, so I'm sure they've improved, and hopefully we've improved, and we can play right with them.
This was that kind of breakout game that we had talked about with Reese Dotson, and he had got 20 in this game. And of course, you just talk about, we don't have those guys that you can get. It's a go-to guy that's going to end up with 25 to 30 points in a game. But those 20 points were hard-earned, and I think he had 4 or 5 threes in that game. So he was lighting it up. And you're going to need that kind of effort again from Reese, because it's a ball control game against St. Clair.
It is, and they know that they're undersized. And you go back and you look at that first game, any time the ball went into the post, I mean, they'd have 2 and 3 guys surrounding Schultz and Morrison and Carter before they could even catch the ball. And so, our guys like Reese and Hayden, Brian, Dawson, any of our guards that come in, they've got to hit a few shots. And if we can hit a few shots and try to pull them off of our post a little bit, it may make things easier to get the ball inside. But we've had some good practices, and we've added a few wrinkles here and there, and hopefully we'll be able to come out and get another win.
And when you're coming off a holiday, Coach, where you haven't played a game, and it feels like 2 weeks now, and then all of a sudden you're going to play 3 in 4 days, is that difficult for the guys to get back into that flow right now, Coach?
I don't know how it's that difficult physically. We do some simulated games over the break. We played a couple times, just a full 4-quarter game, and didn't stop it or anything. And so physically, I think we're in better shape than we were when we left break. I think the challenge is it's almost like it's the first game over again. A lot of times the first game of the year is sometimes your sloppiest and your roughest, because everyone's kind of got those first game jitters, and they're playing with max effort, max intensity, but not a whole lot of control. And so the hope is that you're able to not have those same first game jitters over after this long of a break, and that's something that our guys got to battle with, and hopefully can avoid.
But this is also a tournament, Coach, for the Tigers, who have struggled against, we'll just have to say, teams that are better than they are, with the Raleigh Bulldogs twice, 2 state-ranked teams with Owensville in there as well. You're playing teams more in line with your talent level, where the Tigers actually have a good chance of coming out with a win in this tournament and getting very close back to 500.
Yeah, it's a tournament that I really feel like one any one of the 8 teams, I think, could win it. I don't think there's one team that is vastly superior to all the rest. I think every single game in this tournament could be a close game within 10 points, and could be decided by 1 or 2 possessions. And, so hopefully we just got to hopefully execute and give ourselves in a winner's bracket tonight. And then you never know what comes on down the road.
All right, Coach, the best of luck tonight against the St. Clair Bulldogs. Good luck, Coach.
Thanks, Dan.
Stay tuned. Tiger basketball, it is next.
Thank you, Stan. That's been Tiger Talk with Coach Conrad Prue. Stay tuned. Salem Tiger basketball is coming up next.
Say, would you like a free map of the area? It's a large, detailed map that folds easily to fit anywhere. The maps are sponsored by local merchants, and they're giving them away absolutely free. You can pick up your free map today at KSMO Radio, Armin's Tree Service, VIP Realties, Salem City Hall, and Gateway Hometown Memories. No gimmicks or catches. The handy merchant map is absolutely free. Get yours today while limited supplies last. Again, that's at KSMO Radio, Armin's Tree Service, VIP Properties, Salem City Hall, and Gateway Hometown Memories.
It is now time for Salem Tiger basketball on KSMO Radio and online at KSMORadio.com. Tiger basketball is being brought to you as a courtesy of your community health center, K&H Auto Supply, Town and Country Bank, the Salem Memorial District Hospital, Country Mart, Farm Bureau Insurance, the Bank of Salem, Napa Auto Parts, Fairground Auto Plaza, Progressive Ozark Bank, Southwest Baptist University of Salem, Town and Country Insurance, the Common Grounds Bistro, Larson Collision Center, Commissioner Dennis Purcell and family, the City of Salem, Tax Masters, Riverways Federal Credit Union, Duncan Family Chiropractic, Conway Construction, and Your World Today. Now, Tiger basketball next on KSMO and online at KSMORadio.com.
And we welcome you to Owensville, Missouri. Happy New Year to all of you Tiger fans out there. KSMO Radio and online at KSMORadio.com. Tigers take on the St. Clair Bulldogs, who they beat in the Sullivan tournament at the beginning of the year by 1 point, 49-48 on a free throw by Reese Dotson with 1.2 seconds left. And hopefully the Tigers, who had a 10-point lead in that game, have learned a little bit and have done some work over the holidays and get ready to take on this St. Clair Bulldog team, which has gotten better. And we hope the Tiger team also has gotten better. Starting with the Salem Tigers tonight, Dawson Conway, Reese Dotson, Jordan Schultz, Hayden Wilson, and Carter Chilton. For St. Clair, it'll be Calvin Henry, Emily Bursey, Pepper Stark, Tyler Stark, and Michael Hughes. It will be Bursey going up against Schultz on the tip. We're ready to go here at Owensville in the second game of the 4 games that are being played here tonight. And it comes back to the Tigers. Reese Dotson on the tip by Schultz. Over to Hayden Wilson. Wilson on the right wing. Very sparsely populated gym here tonight. Goes left side to Dawson Conway. Conway moves it back out towards the middle of the floor to Dotson. Dotson trying to get away from Stark. Goes right side to Hayden Wilson to Schultz in the corner. Conway back to Wilson. They're being very patient with the ball right now. Schultz right at the free throw line. Back to Wilson outside to Reese Dotson. He tries to drive in all the way to the hole. Lays it up and in. Good drive by Reese Dotson. Give the Salem Tigers the lead. Salem in the blue uniforms. They're seated 5th. St. Clair in their white trimmed in red uniforms. And they are seated 4th. Tigers, you have some Carolina blue trim under the arms and on the hips. Pass goes outside to Calvin Henry for a 3. It's off the support. Comes down in the hands of Carter Chilton. Alley for was Jordan Schultz. He couldn't bring it down, but was able to tip it to Chilton, who gives it off to Dotson. Left side pass to Conway beyond 3. In the left corner to Hayden Wilson. Back to Dotson. On top, Conway between the circles. Moves in the right corner to Wilson. Wilson went from one side of the floor all the way to the other. Pass inside intended for Carter Chilton. Got tipped back to Wilson. Hayden has it. Trying to get it to Schultz. Does it at high post. Schultz driving down. Stops, turns, spins. Turnaround jumper. It's no good. Brought down by Bursey on the backside. Bursey all the way down, giving it to Henry. Henry beyond 3. Holds on to it. Henry looking for a pick. Double teamed. Hit by Dawson Conway, and he is going to be fouled by Dawson Conway. By Henry, got by Dawson. Dawson gave him a little shove on his shoulder, and it's going to be a long night foul-wise, so they're going to call all those. Out it goes to Tyler Stark. Back to Henry for the jumper. Off the iron. No good. Bursey trying to keep it alive. Can't. And it goes out of bounds. It'll belong to Salem. We played 1 minute and 46 seconds. 2-0 Salem. First quarter action here at Owensville. First game went Steelville way, 78-52 over Cuba. And the game is a lot closer than that final score. Dotson outside to Hayden Wilson. Wilson back inside. It goes to Carter Chilton. Tips it. Ball still in the air. Carter gets it back underneath for Jordan Schultz on the glass and good. His second ever by the Tigers there to get a Jordan Schultz by Carter Chilton. And the Tigers have a 4-0 lead as Henry will bring it up. Henry almost triple team. Bounce pass down low to Bursey all alone. And he'll be fouled there by Jordan Schultz. First they tried to hesitate and let Jordan fly by, but Jordan flew right on top of him. And Camalia Bursey will then shoot two. Bursey to the line for the first free throws of the game, and the first one, it is no good. Both these teams had a lot of trouble shooting at the Sullivan tournament. I'll score that one 49-48. And Bursey's next free throw, it's good, and the Bulldogs are on the board. Token pressure in the forecourt as Dotson will bring it up against Tyler Stark to the center court, where there's a windmill here and a walk. We're going to have a foul on the inside. Carter Chilton called for a moving block. Legal screen. That turns the ball over. That's the first turnover of the game for either team. Middle to Forrest Henry. Henry flips the left side to Stark. Stark going baseline. Stark trying to bounce that pass on the floor to Michael Hughes underneath. Hughes, the tallest player for St. Clair in the game. Standing at 6'3". The ball hit Jordan Schultz in the feet, went out of bounds. Henry over to Hughes. Hughes underneath, banks it in. I caught Jordan Schultz by surprise. They kept that ball on the inside. Here's Carter Chilton, sets up for a three, and he buries it. St. Clair backed off, and Carter hit the three. And with 3 minutes in, it's 7-3 Salem. Ball loose on the floor, taken by Dawson Conway. He's with Hayden Wilson. Dawson all the way down, trying to go for the layup, and he is fouled from behind. I believe that's going to be Pepper Stark. Let's see if that's the call. It is on Pepper. Dawson Conway, after the steal by the Salem Tigers, goes to the line to shoot two, and the first one is good. Schultz checks out. And Lucas Morrison in the game. 4:54 to go first quarter. That one offline by Conway, brought down by Bursey. And back comes St. Clair the other way. Henry all the way down, puts it up and trickles in. Calvin Henry gets his first basket of the day. 8-5 score. Now Conway the other way. On top Chilton. Right side pass to Dotson. Down low for Morrison. Tipped out of bounds by Pepper Stark. Tigers have it on the inbound, puts it out on top to Dawson. Dawson trying to drive down all the way, lays it up and in. Nice play by Dawson. Reese Dotson with a nice move again. Right to the hole, 10-5, Salem on top. Tigers go underneath to Hughes. Hughes shot up, blocked away by Morrison there, and it goes out of bounds. Stark got that ball to Hughes down underneath. Logan Chilton coming in the game. Inbound by Henry, getting it to Hughes. Back to Henry in the corner. Started there, gets away from the Tigers, goes all the way across to Bursey. Bursey trying to move in to Stark. Stark down low to Hughes from the side. The jumper's good. Michael Hughes has 4. 10-7 ball game as Carter Chilton comes down with it, guarded by Bursey. Man-to-man coverage by St. Clair. Puts it out on top. Salem Tigers have it there. Marlin goes to Carter. Trying to get it down to Morrison. Goes to Logan Chilton on the baseline. He lost it out of bounds. Went off the fingertips, though, of Henry. Logan trying to drive in and stop. Lost the ball, but it went off Henry. So Salem got a break there with 3:35 to go first quarter. 10-7. Logan Chilton trying to get it in. Flips it in the corner. Down low to Morrison. Morrison off the glass and in. Tigers had the size advantage down on the bottom there as Morrison was matched up against Pepper Stark. That's about a 9-inch difference. Here's Henry the other way. Henry all the way down. Clicks it to Hughes in the corner. Another jumper's good. Michael Hughes with 6 to lead everybody. As Dotson comes down all the way outside to Carter Chilton. Right between the circles. Carter handing it off there to Dotson. Dotson trying to drive in. Stops. Lost the ball, so it was stripped away. And back comes Steelville. It's stolen away by Carter Chilton. And Carter trying to bank it in. Can't get it to go. Ball loose on the floor. Taken by Logan. Out on top. A three-pointer up and no good by the Salem Tigers. Ball kept loose to Dotson. His jumper's good on the rebound. A timeout called by St. Clair. 14-9. Salem on top. We'll take a 30-second break and come back. This is Tiger Basketball on KSMO Radio.
What's the fastest way for you to get yourself up to date on the latest in news, sports, weather, and obituaries that costs you absolutely nothing? It's Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County now for over 20 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they're available in over 30-plus locations in Salem and in Bunker. Your World Today. Pick one up every weekday. They're free.
2:43 to go first quarter. Don't forget Commissioner Dennis Purcell, wife Renee, and daughter Lindsay wish all of you a happy new year, and they're proud to support your Salem Tigers. Go Big Blue from Commissioner Purcell and family. 14-9, Salem with the lead. Salem with full court pressure right now on St. Clair. Trying to move it up, though, is Tyler Stark. Stark getting it over to brother Pepper Stark. Pepper driving down the middle of the floor. Down low to Bursey, and he lays it in. Aaliyah Bursey now has 3. 14-11 game. 2:25 to go first quarter. Carter Chilton top of the key. Ball knocked away and a foul called on Bursey. Team's second foul on Owensville. Inbound to Carter, back to Logan Chilton. Backs out, hands it off to Dotson. Back to Logan, top of the key. Logan looks to drive inside, does, and walks with the ball. Turns the ball over. And coming up is Henry. Henry hanging on to it, goes right side to Stark underneath. Stark flips it all the way back out to Pepper. Stark back to Henry, left wing beyond 3. Henry down off the glass, and it will not go, and Morrison grabs that rebound. Long pass the other way to Logan Chilton, going baseline, pulls it back out. Logan flips it back to Dotson with 1:35. Right side pass, Marlin. Down low, it goes to Logan Chilton on the low right corner. Trying to get it back outside. Can now get to Dotson. Almost hit him in the face with it. Back outside to Marlin. Stops. Trying to go inside. Nothing there. Goes back right side to Carter Chilton. Inside to Logan Chilton. His jumper's up. Pinball's out. No good. Ball tipped and taken down by Bursey, but he walked with the ball. Bursey almost ran into his own player, and then he walked with it. Gives the ball back to the Salem Tigers. 1:13 to go. Austin Conway back in. Jordan Schultz back in. Logan getting it into Morrison. Morrison will baby hook shot. It will not go. And Hughes brings that one down. That ball sat on the rim for a long time. Off to Henry. 14-11 our score. Salem Tigers with that 3-point lead. Henry hanging on to it out near center court, guarded by Dawson Conway. Flips to the left side to number 10, Timmy Hoffman. Hoffman in the corner, Hughes. Hughes taking it down low. Triple team out on top. The jump shot up and good by number 1, Justin Hoffman. That's a 1-point ball game with 40 seconds to go. Conway, right side pass to Logan Chilton. Logan looking inside, down the corner. Falling back to Conway. Now to Chilton. Chilton backside left wing to Conway in the corner. Back to Logan Chilton, out on top. Tigers trying to drive inside, go to Conway, out to Logan. Logan Chilton back to Dawson Conway with 16 seconds left. He's between the circles. Started there by Henry. Fires it right side to Marlin. Then he get now to Logan Chilton, and Chilton walks to the ball again. That's the second time. Just gets those feet moving, and he can't get the ball down fast enough. Connie Kinder comes in for the inbound for St. Clair. 7 seconds left. Salem with no pressure in the front. Clock will not stop till they touch it. Henry's waiting until he gets 3/4 of the way down the floor. Picks it up. 4 seconds left to 3 off the iron, and no good. And brought down by Justin Hoffman, but he throws it right into Jordan Schultz's lap. And that will do it for the first quarter of play. With a score, the Salem Tigers 14 and the St. Clair Bulldogs 13. Let's take a 1-minute break and come back. This is Tiger Basketball on KSMO Radio 1340 and online at KSMORadio.com.
Have a toothache? Need a dental cleaning? Whatever it is, YCHC has you covered. Your community health center is now scheduling appointments for 2019. Call our dental clinic at 573-426-6718 or stop by 1081 East 18th Street in Rolla to book your appointment today. We accept Medicaid, Medicare, private insurance, and self-pay on a sliding fee scale. Ring in the new year with a new smile from your community health center in Rolla.
Take advantage of the Chevy employee discount available right now to everyone at Fairground Auto Plaza in Rolla. The price you pay is the price Chevy employees pay and not a penny more. This offer is available on 2018 models and a 2019 Equinox, Traverse, Colorado, and Silverado 1500 LD, excluding the base trims. You must take delivery by January 2nd. Find out more by stopping by Fairground Auto Plaza in Rolla or go online at fairgroundgm.com. Fairground Auto Plaza, where Chevy finds new roads.
Welcome back to Owensville, Missouri. 14-13 our score as Owensville will have it on the possession arrow to start out this quarter. Henry brings it down. Salem has had the lead almost all of the first quarter, but the Owensville Dutchmen who host this tournament are in attendance after winning, are getting ready to play their game. Henry down, jumper trickles in, and St. Clair Bulldogs will take their first lead. Dutchmen, as I mentioned, getting ready for their game comes up after this. Pass goes on top to Carter Chilton. Chilton trying to drive down, flips it back door, intended for Schultz. Schultz has it after a good save by Dotson. To Wilson for a three-pointer. It's too hard and comes down the hands of Timmy Hoffman. Hoffman the other way to Henry. Down low off the foot of Hughes and out of bounds. The Tigers will take advantage of the errant pass. St. Clair has gone on he's got a 4-0 run. Oh, make that a 6-0 run. For the ball, Dotson. Right side pass to Conway. For a three, it's good. Dotson buries the three. The Tigers jump back on top by a deuce. Henry trying to get away from Dawson Conway. Gets it to Wilson. Hughes back on top now to Kinder. Cross to Henry for the three. That will not go. Ball tipped. It was controlled by Kinder. Kinder in the corner to Hoffman. Justin Hoffman on that perimeter. Out on top to brother Timmy. Timmy down to Kinder. Kinder wearing number 0. Getting it back to Henry. Henry to the paint. Stops and walks with the ball. Shifted his feet. He travels with it. Gives the ball to the Salem Tigers. He tried to get off to Hughes. Hughes will check out. Bursey back in. Walking it up for the Tigers is Dotson over to Conway. On top, Carter Chilton between the circles. Left side pass to Reese. Down low ball intended for Schultz, but it was stolen away for the most part by Bursey. Now, Schultz underneath can't get it to fall down, and Bursey brings down that rebound. Bursey quickly the other way down to Kinder behind him, and it goes out of bounds. Another turnover for Owensville. Tigers got fortunate. That ball intended for Schultz was stripped away, but Bursey ran into his own player, and the ball went right back to Dotson. 6 minutes to go in the half. 17-15, Salem on top. He's Dotson trying to get a pick. In the corner, Dawson Conway for another three. This one's off the iron. Ball tip brought down by Carter, and he puts it off the glass. It won't fall. And Chilton battling for it, can't get it as Kinder brings that one down. All the way down Kinder. Down low to Hoffman. Hoffman, turnaround jumper, will not go. Loose on the floor and taken down by number 21. That's Jordan Schultz. Schultz the other way, getting into Hayden Wilson. Wilson on top. Here's Conway. Conway hit a three a moment ago, missed the second time. Hayden Wilson, guard there by Hoffman. Back out on top to Conway, left side pass to Dotson. 5:15 to go. Dotson going down low. Short jumper won't go. And it's brought down by Timmy Hoffman the other way. Here's Kinder outside to Hoffman for a three. It's off the iron, comes out high and hard. Taken by Bursey. It's his fifth rebound. Now Henry for a three, and that's an air ball. Comes down the backside by Hayden Wilson, and then Bursey just rolls over the back of Hayden, and he's going to pick up a riding foul. Has to be. Cavalier Bursey, actually, it was a great play by Hayden Wilson. He just bent over, and Bursey just laid on his back and just almost could ride him like a surfboard. Draws the foul, obviously. Each team with 3 team fouls with 4:55 to go in the half, 17-15 in this low-scoring game. Tigers were trailing 15-14 at the half, or at the quarter. Right now, Wilson out on top to Conway. Down low, that ball intended for Schultz, stolen away. That just had way too much air underneath it. And back comes Bursey over to Kinder. Kinder in the corner to start. Trying to get inside. Down low to Bursey. Bursey's shot blocked by Jordan, but Schultz will pick up the foul. And Morrison will check in. That'll be Jordan Schultz's second foul. 4:26 to go. And Bursey to the line to shoot 2. He's 1 for 2 in the game. Free throw is good. Morrison back in. Silas Wolf in for Salem. And he makes them both. Bursey. Wolf coming in for the first time in the game. Dotson will bring it down. Dotson by use in the corner to Wolf, back to Dotson. Left side pass to Hayden Wilson. Wilson driving down low, inside pass intended for Morrison, right off his hands into the hands of Hoffman. Hoffman comes down the other way. Down to Kinder. Kinder comes in off the glass. High, it's in. Way up over the box and let that one drift down. And St. Clair with a 2-point lead, 19-17. Pass right side to Silas Wolf. Salem with a 3 in this second quarter. That's it. In the corner. Trying to get it back to Carter Chilton. He gets it. Carter there by Hoffman. Over to Dotson, a long three-pointer. That's off the iron. Comes out to Silas Wolf. Wolf will bring it back out and reset. To Dotson near center court. 3:33 to go. 19-17. It's St. Clair with the lead now. Dotson guarded there tight by Kinder. Man-to-man defense by St. Clair. Dotson all the way down off the glass. Count the bucket, and he draws the foul. Kinder left his man to go after Dotson. Now has 8. And they're going to call that foul on Tyler Starks. Oh, on Jimmy Hoffman. And the free throw is no good. Comes out, and a foul going to be called on Dotson going after that rebound. 3:19 to go. Each team with 4 fouls. Tyler Stark will inbound it. Does to Henry. In regard there by Dotson. Sitting with some pressure in the forecourt. Gets away from Silas Wolf. That's Henry. Getting it back to Stark. Now Henry right in the middle of the floor all the way down, trying to lay it in. Morrison blocks it away nicely. Morrison off to Reese Dotson. Down low to Hayden Wilson from 10 feet, trying to bank it in. It won't go. Ball tipped. Goes out of bounds off Carter Chilton and Lucas Morrison both. They banked into each other. 19-19 our score. 2:55 to go in the half. Quickly the other way, right at the floor is Tyler Stark. Stark is going to walk with the ball. He tried to get the pass across to Hughes. Turnover number 8 for St. Clair. St. Clair has their white home uniforms on. Here's Dotson trying to kick it out to Hayden Wilson. Outside the right wing, down to Morrison low. Morrison back to Wilson. Wilson to the paint. Back to Morrison on the baseline. His short jumper is too short. And it's brought down by Hoffman, tied up underneath. They're going to call a foul. They don't call a jump ball. They just call a foul on Lucas Morrison. That'll be his first. That'll be his second, or our 16th foul on Salem. Second time going after a ball, they got a foul. And now St. Clair will be in the bonus the rest of the half. For the ball is Hoffman. Jimmy Hoffman going down the right side all alone, trying to bank it in, and does. Jimmy Hoffman gets the basket. 21-19. Here's Silas Wolf going down, and Silas will get fouled as he kind of put his shoulder into Henry. So Henry draws the foul. Not a very good call by the official. Silas didn't use the left hand, tried to use the right hand, so he tried to turn his shoulder into him. And Henry gets called for the foul, and that is his second. Or his first, excuse me. And Silas misses the free throw. Silas has one more coming with 2:09 to go, and this one is good. 21-20 our score. Salem with full court pressure right now. Time pass comes to Stark. Back to Hoffman. Back to Stark. Almost threw it away. And guarding him is Silas Wolf, and a timeout called by Coach Tim Isgrave as Salem had them bottled in their own zone. 2:04 to go in the half. 21-20. St. Clair on top. Back in 30 seconds. This is Tiger basketball on KSMO Radio.
Open a Progressive Ozark Bank checking account today and receive a free cooler. Progressive Ozark Bank makes switching banks easy with 3 great checking accounts to choose from. You'll also receive a new debit card the same day you open your account, issued instantly with no waiting. Plus, enjoy free internet banking, free mobile deposit, and free bill pay, and enroll in e-statements and receive cash back. Banking with us is a refreshing experience. Ozark Bank, FDIC insured and equal housing lender.
2:04 to go in the half. 21-20. St. Clair with the edge. Inbound from Pepper Stark. Is having trouble with it. Now gets it to Hughes at center court. They go down low to Huffman. His shot is up and good. Counts a bucket and a foul on Salem. I believe that's going to be Carter Chilton with that foul. So Timmy Huffman with the basket. The Carter Chilton foul. Ooh, they're going to call it on Hayden Wilson. He got the wrong number, but anyway, not my problem. That shot won't go, and Morrison brings down the rebound, but he hands it right off to number 34, and that is Michael Hughes, and then fouls him. Morrison threw it right in the hands of Hughes, and then fouls him, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2. So Morrison gets his second foul, and Hughes' free throw is no good. Hughes with 6 points on that first quarter. .155 on the clock. Hughes' next free throw is good. So the lead now 4 for St. Clair. Pass down low. 3-point effort up and good. By Moreland. And now the foul's going to be called on Salem. On Reese Dotson. Trying to get that steal again. .139 to go. Lots of really touchy fouls here called by the officiating crew. Henry goes to the line, and he will shoot a 1-and-1, and he makes the first. (25-23) now. There will have the double bonus the rest of the half. And Henry makes the both. Calvin with 6. And the lead is 3 for St. Clair. Wilson beyond 3, trying to get to Carter Chilton. Chilton into the middle. Almost lost it, got it back, banks it up, and it will not fall. That's taken down by Pepper Stark underneath. Pepper flips it out to Huffman. Long pass down low to Justin Huffman, and he banks it off the iron. No good. Put back up and missed by his brother, Timmy Huffman. The Tigers grab that rebound. It's Dawson Conway. 1:08 to go. Getting into Moreland. Right side pass. Getting it there is Wilson. Hayden Wilson back to Moreland. Another three-pointer. It's off the iron. No good. Ball loose. Taken there by Justin Hoffman. 50 seconds to go in the first half. 26-23 Bulldogs. For that ball, Pepper Stark. Left side pass. Tyler Stark. Tyler down low, flipping it outside to Huffman for the 3. It's off the iron. No good. Tipped out high and taken down by Pepper Stark. Outside it goes. Here comes Tyler Stark to Pepper. Pepper flipping it to Huffman. Justin Huffman with 28 seconds left. Guarded by Moreland. Pass right side to Henry. Henry out on top to Tyler Stark. Stark trying to get away from Wilson. With 17 seconds left. Trying to drive in. Inside it goes to Huffman. Out on top to Henry. Down to 10 seconds left. Down near center court. Guarded there by Conway. Henry. All of a sudden double team. Ball loose on the floor. Picked up there by Huffman. Ball trying to be stolen away by the Tigers. They'll call it jump ball. Possession arrow will favor Salem with 0.8 seconds left. Good defense by Salem to force that turnover. And Carter Chilton and Dawson Conway did a great job out there keeping Henry. Almost pinned him in against the middle line. Now Dawson Conway, a long three-pointer off the front of the rim. No good from about 15 feet from the baseline. Heck of a long shot, and Dawson almost got it to sneak in. Right now, though, it's the Bulldogs of St. Clair with 11 points in that second quarter, leading the Salem Tigers by a score of 26-23. We'll take a 2.5-minute break and come back with stats in the first half. This is Tiger Basketball on KSMO Radio and online at KSMORadio.com.
Going on right now until December 31st at Napa Auto Parts Store in Salem. They're having their biggest holiday sale ever. Mechanics wear gloves for $17.99 a pair. ProLogix battery charger and maintainer for $69.99. A dual camera sports action and dash cam is only $59.99. An Evercraft 2-ton jack stands for $16.99. Stop by Napa Auto Parts Store, 604 East Scenic Rivers Boulevard in Salem.
At the Bank of Salem, keeping your account safe and secure is our highest priority. We're adding text fraud alerts as part of our debit card protection program. If Shazam, our debit card processor, suspects fraudulent activity on your debit card, you may be alerted via text message or phone call. Ask a Bank of Salem employee today. Remember, we will never request card or account information via text, phone, or email. The Bank of Salem, putting our customers first since 1883. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Country Mart Pharmacy in Salem has 3 different types of flu shots. Flu Zone Quad is recommended for all ages. Flu Block Quad is recommended for 50 to 60 years of age, and Flu Zone High Dose is recommended for 65 years and over. There's no copay on Medicare and Medicaid, and some private insurance is accepted. The flu shots are administered by a certified registered pharmacist. For more information about the flu shots, call Country Mart Pharmacy in Salem at 729-4091.
We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and we're for home sweet home. We're for condos, tutors, single wides, and studios. We're for ranches, houseboats, 2 stories or 20. Red cedar, bluebirds, white squirrels, black walnuts, whatever's out your back door, we're for that. We're for watching the sun rise over the Mississippi and set over the Missouri. We're for kicking off your heels in a high-rise or hanging up your hat in the bootio. And if you have a home in Missouri, we have a policy for you.
I'm Willie Strader, your Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance agent, and if you're in Dent County, I've got you covered.
Would it make
make your life easier to have access to a live teller Monday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m.? I'm sure you answered yes. Riverways Federal Credit Union is here to help you simplify with their all-new ITM. Just drive straight up to the machine in the drive-through lane that looks like an ATM. Press the screen and voila! You'll be talking straight to the local teller. It's that easy. Available 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Just another way that Riverways Federal Credit Union is positively different.
And welcome back to Owensville. Don't forget, Conway Construction LLC can handle any kind of construction work you need, whether it be a brand new home, a brand new business you need built, or it might even be a room addition, concrete work, a new deck, siding on your home, tile and wood floors. They can do it all. No job is too small, even roofs. Check it out. Contact your friends at Conway Construction LLC. Call Randy 247-6468 or Jake at 247-4174. That's Randy 247-6468 or Jake at 247-4174. Conway Construction LLC. And don't forget, Duncan Family Chiropractic at 216 West 3rd Street is a proud supporter of your Salem Tigers. For your chiropractic needs, see Dr. Amber, and she can help you out. Give her a call, 729-2321, and they'll be getting into their new building very soon at 32 and Route HA. You want to definitely check that out. Route HH. Sorry about that. Check that out coming up very soon. That's Duncan Family Chiropractic, 216 West 3rd Street. Proud supporter of the Salem Tigers. Well, interesting first half. Neither team is playing exceptionally well. A lot of turnovers in this game already. Just a lot of sloppy play. Talked to Coach Prue about that. Coming off the holiday break, which is a long time without playing a game. Guys, he expected this to be a little bit sloppy, especially in the first half. And we hope that we'll clean up in the second half. The Tigers have had some passes that didn't look like the guys were either anticipating or ready for. And the same can be said for St. Clair. Some of those passes also appeared to have surprised the player they were intended for. So maybe this long holiday break, not exactly what the doctor ordered, but has probably given them a little bit of time to heal and rejuvenate a little bit. So hopefully they'll come out in that second half, and play a little bit better than they did in the second quarter. They got outscored 11-9. They were outscored in the first quarter 15-14, and Salem trails it by 3, 26-23. Leading scorer in the ball game is Reese Dotson. He has 8 points for the Salem Tigers. Salem has 4 points from Dawson Conway, 3 from Carter Chilton and Moreland, and then 2 each from Lucas Morrison and Jordan Schultz. They have 1 from Silas Wolf. For St. Clair, their leading scorer happens to be Michael Holmes, who has 7, 6 for Calvin Henry, and 5 for Camalia Bursey, 4 for Jimmy Huffman, and 2 for Johnny Kinder, and 2 also for Justin Huffman. Leading rebounder in the game happens to be Bursey. He has 5 of them, and nobody else is even close. 2 for Pepper Stark, 2 for Justin Hoffman, 2 for Johnny Kinder, 1 for Michael Hughes, and 3 actually for Timmy Hoffman. I was going to say 2 for him as well. The Salem Tigers, no one has more than 2, and that's Lucas Morrison, Carter Chilton, each have 2. Dotson has 1, Conway has 1, Silas Wolf has 1, Logan Chilton has 1, and Jordan Schultz has 1. Salem was 2 of 4 from the free throw line in the first half, and the St. Clair Bulldogs 6 of 9 in that first half. Salem Tigers had 7 turnovers, St. Clair 9, and each team had 4 steals. Foul trouble, 3 Tigers with 2 fouls, Reese Dotson, Jordan Schultz, and Lucas Morrison. St. Clair has Camalia Bursey with 2, and that's it. So right now, the advantage goes to St. Clair on the fouls, and also in the scoring as they have a 3-point lead, 26-23. We have second half action coming up from Owensville, and we return in 3 minutes. This is Tiger Basketball on KSMO and online at KSMOradio.com.
Did you know that almost 60% of women in Dent County have never had a mammogram? That needs to change, and your friends at the Salem Memorial District Hospital are determined to change that with their new 3D mammography machine. And don't let finances be a concern. The hospital can offer you financial assistance to help pay for your mammogram. For more information or to schedule an appointment, call 729-6626 and ask for me, Julie Malone. Salem Memorial District Hospital. Every patient, every encounter, every time.
Reality check number 14. Getting a house loan shouldn't take longer than building your house. At Town & Country Bank, we have a solution for that. We know you're anxious to start building your dream home, so we make loans quick and easy. We don't have to send off to some big city for a decision. Your decision is made here, and your loan stays here. Town & Country Bank. Smart, friendly solutions. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
There's a place for do-it-yourselfers with everything for your car or truck.
At K&H Auto Supply, get Seafoam motor treatment for $7.99, Titan 22-piece drill bit set for only $14.99, and True Fuel Premix 2-cycle fuel priced at $6.49. Stop by K&H Auto Supply, your Parts City Auto Parts store, right here in Salem.
Parts City, yeah, Parts City, Parts City.
There's a lot to do at the newly renovated Salem City Park. Headlining the activities is the totally rejuvenated Alice Lou Craig Municipal Pool that offers visitors and residents of all ages a full day of fun. The park also includes a brand new splash pad adjacent to Billy's Playground, Salem's new all-accessible playground where children with different abilities can play together. The park has numerous ball fields as well as pavilions that are available to rent for private outings. For more information about the Salem City Park, visit the Salem Park and Recreation Facebook page online.
This is Mike Elliott with Town & Country Insurance. We represent many different insurance companies which allow us to offer you competitive rates by checking your insurance with many companies. We're able to find more value for you this way. Town & Country Insurance has been serving the surrounding area for over 50 years. Stop by and see Laura Arts, Sarah Edwards, or myself at 400 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard, located inside the Town & Country Bank. Or you can call our office at 729-6624. We also have offices in Rolla and Licking to serve you.
Have you hit or been hit by a deer? Need to have your vehicle fixed? Well, the only place you'll want to take your vehicle is to Larson Collision Center at 503 North MacArthur in Salem, where right now they're offering 20% off your deductible if you've had an accident with a deer. Larson Collision Center offers free estimates and all their work is guaranteed. Stop by and let Larson Collision Center help get your vehicle repaired and looking new again. Call 729-3915 for more information. Larson Collision Center.
We're getting ready for the second half as as we're at Owensville, Missouri. The St. Clair Bulldogs will inbound it as Pepper Stark has it. Is it a Tyler Stark? Tyler out on top to Bursey, back to Pepper Stark, down low to Tyler Stark. Stark kicks it outside, getting it there's Henry. Henry puts up a three, won't go. Brought down by Dotson. Dotson the other way for Salem to Wilson in the far court. Goes across court to Dawson Conway, now to Carter Chilton. Carter driving down, puts it up. It will not fall. George Schultz on the rebound. Has it knocked out of his hands by number 34, Hughes. Back the other way. Quickly comes St. Clair. Now, here's Hughes. Out on top of Stark. Stark going baseline to Henry. Henry pulls it back up on that perimeter line. Bounces pass out to Tyler Stark to Pepper Stark. Pepper trying to find his way into the paint. Kicks it outside. There's Tyler going baseline. Back to Pepper. To Bursey. All alone. Stops. Puts it up. No good, but he is fouled by Schultz. Salem got caught over shifting. And Schultz will now have three. And to the line will go Bursey. Good ball control by Owensville there. They kept the ball for a whole minute. Bursey's free throw is good. And he has another one coming. That one is no good, but they'll brought down by Stark. Stark put it back up, missed it. And job by Pepper, but even a better job on the back end by Conway. Here's Dotson underneath the Schultz, trying to get the layup to go in. No good. He's looking for a foul, didn't get one, and gave up on the play. Didn't foul up, thought there'd be a foul call. There was none. As coming by him and hitting the ball was Tyler Stark. Here's Henry with it. 27-23. Here's Bursey coming down. The shot is no good. They're going to say it went off of Salem, and they'll stay with St. Clair. Bursey 4 of 6 on the stripe tonight. Henry inbounds it to Bursey. Out on top to Stark. Tyler Stark. And elbow being called inside. It might be on Hughes. Actually, they're going to call it on Emilia Bursey, and he'll have 3. And that's a turnover. And that takes a 3 off the board that Henry hit. That hurts. 6:22 to go in this third quarter. Here's Wilson in the corner. Now to Carter Chilton. This jumper's too short. Comes in the hands of Wilson. Wilson in the paint. Leans in. A baby hook shot. Way off balance. No good. Brought down by Stark. Back comes St. Clair all the way down as Henry. Trying to lay it up. It won't go. Brought down by Schultz. Schultz the other way. Neither team shooting very good here. Pass across to Conway. Knocked out of his hand and out of bounds by Michael Hughes, who got back. Good pass by Wilson to Dawson Conway, but he's stationary, and Hughes was able to slap it away as he went up. 27-23. Carter Chilton flips it out on top to Conway. Got a 3 in this game. 1 for 2 from the three-point line. Out of Hayden Wilson. Wilson down low to Dotson in the corner. Trying to feed it inside. And Dotson gets it, and then he's run out of bounds by Bursey, and that'll be number 4. And so he'll have to sit down, and he has been their driving force inside. Break for Salem there as he was going for that loose ball. Inbound pass comes to Dotson. Guard there. Pepper Stark. It's right side to Hayden Wilson. Wilson on top of Jordan Schultz between the circles, left side to Dotson. Guarded there by Pepper. Man-to-man coverage by St. Clair right now. They go to Hayden Wilson. Wilson moves to his left. Guarded there by Pepper Stark. Wilson gets by Pepper. Stops, goes in the corner. Carter Chilton trying to dance his way in. Still has the turns off the glass and in. Carter had to regain that ball after almost getting it knocked away. Salem back to within 2 with 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. It's Pepper Stark with it. To Hoffman in the corner. Timmy Hoffman back to Pepper Stark. Trying to get it to Henry. Flips it back to Henry. Guard there by Conway. That gets away from Dawson. Out pass left side to Tyler Stark. Salem in a floating zone right now. To Henry for a 3 from the corner. It's off the iron and taken down by Hughes. Hughes got away from Conway, down to Stark to Hughes, and Stark goes right over top of Hayden Wilson and draws the charge. Tyler Stark gets his first foul, but Hayden Wilson took a pop there right under the basket as Stark just got that ball in full flight and then dished it off to Michael Hughes, who was going to lay it in, but the foul called negated that lay-in. That's 5 points that St. Clair scored here in this second half that have been negated by foul. Pass on top, Carter Chilton. Left side pass, getting it there is Dotson as Brian Marler back in the game. Marler has a 3 in this game. Now the pass to Hayden Wilson. Pulls up at a long 2. It's off the iron. Chipped there by Carter Chilton. But a foul going to be on St. Clair going over the back of Carter. I think it's going to be on Hoffman, number 10. And it is going to be his second. Timmy gets his second. Inbound comes in the corner to Hayden Wilson. Wilson out on top to Brian Marlin. Bounce pass, getting it there, Carter Chilton. Down low, Carter stops inside to Morrison. Morrison's shot no good. It's going to be a charge called on Lucas Morrison, and that'll be his third. Again, take the points off the board. .405 to go in the third quarter. Not much scoring here. Salem with 2, St. Clair 1. Down the other way. Here's Stark. Stark to the paint, to the hole, kicks it back out to Pepper Stark. Out on top to Hoffman. Hoffman off the glass. It's in. Timmy Hoffman makes it a 4-point game again. Here's Brian Marlin all the way down, and he'll be fouled there, and he'll go to the line. And Henry will get that foul, and that'll be his second. Marlin to the line. And Brian's free throw, good. So continues to struggle from the free throw line. Carter Chilton checks out. Logan Chilton comes in. 29-25. Free throw is good. Salem stays at 50%, down by a tray. Henry with it. 3:35 to go in this, the third quarter. Henry getting away from Brian Marlin. Pulls it up. Goes right side Hoffman. Hoffman going baseline. Stops double team. Goes back in the corner to start. Back to Hoffman. Hoffman down low. And a shot blocked there by Morrison as he gave it to Stark. Long pass to Logan Chilton. Logan all the way down, waits and puts it up. Misses the wide open shot. And Hoffman brings it down. Wow. Nobody near him, and he missed the shot. Back on top, Hoffman. Down low, waiting for there is Stark. That shot won't go. Morrison with another rebound. Off to Dotson. 2:55 to go. Pass to Hayden Wilson. Trying to cut to the paint. Baby hook shot. Good with the left hand. Hayden Wilson with his first basket, and it's a 1-point ball game. 29-28 with 2:44 to go. Here's Henry coming up against Brian Marlin. Right with him. Henry goes by him, stops on the free throw line. His jumper will not go, and Morrison another rebound. That's his third of this third quarter. The pass in the corner, Logan Chilton. Logan missed an easy layup here moments ago. Now to Marlin. Brian down low to Morrison. Morrison off the glass. Count the bucket and a foul on Hughes. Morrison gets his second basket. Hughes will pick up the foul. Officials want to know who the foul's on. Still haven't said who the foul's on. Morrison's free throw is good. He banks it in. Again, they're asking the official, who's the foul on? It's on 34. We are tied 29-29 after the three-point play by Morrison. Inbound comes to Henry because he gets away from Dotson. Henry right down the middle of the floor. Bounce pass to Stark. He lays it in. Ever start with an easy basket. 31-30. Now they've got it all messed up here. They've been taking the lead. I think still the score is not right, but we're at the mercy of the scorekeepers here. Al Wilson, left side pass, getting it is Dotson. They have a 31-30 in favor of the Bulldogs. Down low goes to Morrison. Off the glass, won't go, but he'll be fouled. He'll go back to the line. I have 31 for Salem, not 31 for them. Morrison the line to shoot two. Free throw is no good. (31-31). There they go. We're all tied up. Morrison trying to break that tie and does not. Hits them both as Hughes brings down the rebound. The other way. Here's Hoffman. Getting into Kinder, just checks in the ballgame with 1:35 to go in this third quarter. Hoffman a three from the corner. It won't go. Morrison trying to get it. Does finally pull it down. That is his fourth rebound in the third quarter. Long pass to Marlin. Marlin, short jumper, will not go. And Hughes will bring down that rebound. That ball rolled off the edge of the rim. The other way, Henry. Henry all the way down, stops. His shot, no good. So he fouled on the floor by Brian Marlin. Salem is in a bonus the rest of the way, by the way. There's already 7 fouls on St. Clair. Brian Marlin gets his first. Not a shooting foul. 1:15 to go, third quarter. Notch to 31. Pass goes outside to Kinder. Kinder. Hoffman to Kinder on the perimeter. Right side pass to Henry beyond 3. Started there by Conway to Kinder. Left side pass Hoffman. A long 3 off the rim, comes out high. And Brian Marlin gets it and hands it right to Henry. Henry all the way down, lays it up and in. Counts the basket and the foul on Brian Marlin. Marlin with a real nice play and throws it right into the hands of Henry, giving it away, and he lays it in, gets the basket, and we'll get a chance for the three-point play. For Marlin, that's his second foul, and the free throw's good. That hurt. Can't make those kind of mistakes. Henry now at 9, 34-31 the lead for St. Clair. That pass almost stolen away by Conway. It got to Wilson. On top, Logan Chilton. Back to Conway. Guarded by Henry. Down low to Morrison. And it goes off Morrison. And they'll say it was tipped out of bounds by Hughes. He was guarding Morrison. Just tipped it away from him at an angle we couldn't tell. Logan Chilton to inbound it with 42 seconds left. Man-to-man coverage by St. Clair here since early in the game. Inbound. Comes to Conway, and he'll be fouled by Henry. And Austin Conway will go to the line as Henry picks up his third. He'll shoot a 1-and-1. 41 seconds to go. Austin 1 of 2 in the game from the stripe. The free throw, and no good. Brought down by Hughes. Man, Salem just still cannot shoot free throws. It's killing them. Here's Hoffman in the corner, Henry, with 30 seconds to go. Hoffman guarded there by Carter Chilton. 25 seconds. Trying to get to that last shot of the quarter. Getting it to Kinder. Johnny Kinder. Back to Hoffman. Timmy Hoffman to Kinder. Now to Henry. Henry trying to get a pick. Trying to work his way in down low, trying to scoop it up. It's the bottom of the backboard. Hayden Wilson gets it. 3 seconds left to Carter Chilton. Needs to get it off, and does it go in? They're going to say yes, count it. They're going to talk about it. One official said yes, count it, and the other 2 are over there. And we'll see. They're going to take it off the board. They're going to say no, he did not get the basket in time. 34-31 our scores. We go to the fourth quarter. We'll come back in a minute. This is Tiger Basketball on KSMO Radio.
What's the fastest way for you to get yourself up to date on the latest in news, sports, weather, and obituaries that cost you absolutely nothing? It's Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County now for over 20 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they're available in over 30-plus locations in Salem and in Bunker. Your World Today. Pick one up every weekday. They're free.
During the hustle and bustle of the holiday season, don't neglect your health. Call your community health center today to schedule a quick and easy checkup. Your community health center accepts same-day and walk-in appointments to meet all of your health needs. Give them a call at 573-426-4455 to schedule a checkup today, or stop by 1081 East 18th Street in Rolla. Your community health center.
We played 3, 34-31. St. Clair in the lead. Had a big scoring quarter that third quarter. Salem with 8, St. Clair with 8. Nothing changed. Turnover by Brian Marlin gave St. Clair the lead because they hit that 2 on the steal, and then they got the foul and capitalized on that free throw. Salem 4 of 10 from the stripe, 8 of 12 for St. Clair. That's the difference in the game. Right now, Silas Wolf back in the ball game for Salem for the second time. Now Dawson Conway on top to Dotson. Dotson giving it to Carter Chilton. Chilton back to Silas. Salem with a good maneuvering of the ball right now, trying to get confusion on the side of the Bulldogs. Downloaded to Schultz. Schultz off the glass. It will not go. Brought down there by Hoffman. Those shots got to go down. 7:20 to go. Now here's Henry outside to Kinder. Kinder to the paint. To the hole. It will not fall. Gets his own rebound out to Henry. Henry from the corner. That ball's too short. Comes down the hands of Dawson Conway. Back the other way comes Salem. Down by 3, a minute gone. Three-pointer up and in by Reese Dotson. Got away from Henry, was able to put it up, and we're tied at 34. Justin Hoffman the other way. Well, I think Reese was able to get that shot off. I mean, Henry was all over him. He backed up one step, just let it fly. Now here's Hoffman going baseline. Stops, kicks it outside to brother Justin. His three-pointer, it will not go. And Carter Chilton brings down that rebound. The other way for Salem is Dotson. Dotson outside to Silas Wolf. Guarded by Hoffman. All the way across to Conway. His pass intended for Jordan Schultz. He threw it out of bounds. Dawson lofted that way over the head of Jordan and out of bounds on the baseline. Salem half-court defense. Back to that. They've gotten away from their press. Justin Hoffman will bring it up with 6:10 to go in this fourth quarter. Pass right side to Henry. He's been in the game most of this game. Getting it off to Timmy Hoffman. Timmy Hoffman down to Hughes. Hughes to the paint. Trying to kick it outside. Ball loose. Goes to Justin Hoffman. Hoffman has the ball stolen away by Dotson. Dotson against Kinder. Dotson all the way down. Lays it up and in. Count the bucket and the foul. What a steal by Dotson. The first steal by the Tigers in this second half. And he came in from the angle, making sure he was going to draw a foul. He got the basket, and he gets the foul drawn. And the foul on Justin Hoffman, his first. And then Bulldogs make a wholesale change after that. But Dotson has a free throw coming, and he nails it. Old-fashioned three-point play there, and the Tigers have a three-point lead. Their biggest lead of the game. Well, since the first quarter when they had a 4-point lead. Stark with it to Hughes. Back door trying to get it there. Tyler Stark from Pepper. Out there again trying to drive in all the way down to Hughes from the baseline. His jumper's good. Bulldogs got away from that play. They used it extensively in the first quarter. Hadn't gone back to it since. Till right then. And it worked perfectly. Here's Dotson outside to Conway. Back to Reese Dotson. Dotson on the perimeter. Between the circles now. Goes right side to Hayden Wilson. 5:20 to go. On top, Jordan Schultz. Left side, Dotson. Down low to Carter Chilton. Carter turns, spins. Baby hook. It's good. 39-36 with 5 minutes to go. Fourth quarter. Henry the other way for St. Clair. Right side pass to Martin. To Stark. Pepper Stark. Trying to get away from a double team. Gives it to Bursey. He's back in the game with 4 fouls. Kicks it outside to Henry for a 3. He's got it, and we are tied again. Henry with 12 points in this game. 3 in each quarter. Pass right side to Conway. 39-39 our score. Conway back to Dotson. Dotson trying to get a pick. It's away from Stark. Now off to Conway for a 3. It's way offline. Ball brought down by Schultz off the glass. It will not go, and then a foul's going to be called on Bursey, I think. If he took down Dotson, let's see if that is the call. And if it is, then he's done. So Kemalai Bursey fouls out of this game. Bursey's done with 6 points in this game and 6 rebounds. came back in. He's an aggressive player, but Dotson was going in position for the rebound. He took him out of the play. So Salem in the double bonus at this stage. As Dotson shooting 2. But Timmy Hoffman comes in the ballgame with 4:26 left on the clock, tied at 39. Dotson right now has 14 points, make it 15. Dotson had 20 points plus against St. Clair the first time. There's another one coming. And this one, also good. He is 3 for 3 in this fourth quarter, and the timeout called by Coach Prue with 4:26 to go, and the Salem Tigers up by 2, 41-39. Back in 30 seconds. This is Tiger Basketball on KSMO Radio.
Take advantage of the Chevy employee discount available right now to everyone at Fairground Auto Plaza in Rolla. The price you pay is the price Chevy employees pay and not a penny more. This offer is available on 2018 models and a 2019 Equinox, Traverse, Colorado, and Silverado 1500 LD, excluding the base trims. You must take delivery by January 2nd. Find out more by stopping by Fairground Auto Plaza in Rolla or go online at fairgroundgm.com. Fairground Auto Plaza, where Chevy finds new roads.
Don't forget Common Grounds Bistro's open 6 days a week for your convenience. Breakfast and lunch Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday from 7 to 2. Thursday they're open until 8. Friday and Saturday 7 to 9. With delicious food, pizza, sandwiches, homemade lasagna on Thursday, prime rib on Friday, and pork steaks on Saturday. The Common Grounds Bistro, 300 East South Main Street in Salem. A call for a carryout 453-2173. Back to action. Shot blocked by Jordan Schultz as Huffman came down. Got by Jordan on that shot down low and right up with him and blocked it. Here's Dotson going baseline. Dotson shot from the corner. Pinball's out. Michael Hughes has the rebound. 41-39. Salem with the lead. 3:50 to go. Henry gets past Brian Marlin. To Stark. Stark right at the free throw line. Giving it to his brother. Now to Henry in the corner. Henry backs up. A long three-pointer. It's good. Calvin Henry hits his second three-pointer of this fourth quarter, second half. And right now, it's the Bulldogs with a 1-point lead. Here's Schultz. Right between the circles. Nobody near him. Gives it off to Dotson. Dotson out in the windmill here in the middle of the floor here at Owensville. Trying to get away and almost bounced it off his foot. Now to Hayden Wilson. Hayden outside, it goes to Marlin. Down low to Carter Chilton. Carter trying to dance in. Spins, good move, baby hook. No good. Foul called on Hughes. Carter came in, spun one way, spun the other. Got off the baby hook, but was fouled in doing so, and that'll be Hughes' second foul. Make that. Carter Chilton will shoot 2. And the free throw is no good. Salem had 3 in a row here in the fourth quarter to go to 7 out of 13. Now they're 7 out of 14, exactly 50%. And Carter missed them both. And then a foul's going to be called on Jordan Schultz, I believe, for hooking Hughes. And that'll be his 4th foul. So Schultz gets foul number 4. 15 foul for Salem with 3 minutes to go. Salem down by 1 as Carter Chilton missed both free throws. Henry, outside pass to Stark. Pepper Stark on top Huffman. Down low to Hughes. Hughes hanging on to it. Back to Stark. Pepper out between the circles. Guarded there by Dotson to Henry for another 3. And this one's off the iron. Comes down off of St. Clair. Came down off of Pepper Stark. And Salem will have the ball on their baseline with 2:38 to go. Here's Dotson, who's doing it most of this fourth quarter here in the second half. In the corner, it goes to Brian Marlin. Brian trying to flip it inside, getting it to Schultz. Schultz on the baseline, tries to get a shot up and does. It's way too hard. It goes out of bounds off of Huffman. But Jordan has not been able to use that size at all tonight. He has missed on some close-in shots. Connor puts it out on top to Dotson. Guarded there by Tyler Stark. Bounce pass to Jordan Schultz at that high post. Back to Dotson. Dotson thought about trying to drive baseline. Can't. Now to Brian Marlin. Marlin, when they go back to Dotson, Dotson changed directions and he throws it out of bounds. .207 to go in the fourth quarter. Another turnover by Salem. Brian Marlin gets pushed out by Henry, no call. Henry the other way, getting it to start. Out on top, Hughes. Back to Henry. 1:55 to go. St. Clair with a 1-point lead. Now Pepper Stark in the corner. Pepper trying to go baseline. Out to Hughes. This jumper is good. Michael Hughes has 11. That's a 3-point St. Clair lead. Now the other way. Here's Carter Chilton. Mishandles the pass, but gets it back now to Dotson with a minute and a half to go. Dotson guarded by Stark. Dotson trying to drive in. Stops. And they're going to call foul on Salem. And going to be on Carter Chilton. Trying to open up a path. That turnover. Fifth for Salem in the second half. Not many turnovers, but they've come at critical times. 2 in the last 18 seconds. Then full court pressure as Huffman gets it down to Stark. 3-on-1. And the ball was kicked away by Carter Chilton. Carter stole it, but they said he kicked the ball. For the minute 24. Henry trying to get it in. Henry underneath the basket to Hughes. Hughes pushes off the one man. Ball still loose on the floor. Taken there by Wilson. Wilson the other way for Salem with a minute 15 to go. Wilson kicks it outside to Brian Marlin for a three-pointer. Off the rim, no good. Battle for it, tied up on the floor. And it'll be ball controlled by St. Clair. They called timeout as the battle enraged on the floor. 44-41. Let's take a 1-minute break and come back. This is Tiger Basketball on KSMO Radio.
Open a Progressive Ozark Bank checking account today and receive a free cooler. Progressive Ozark Bank makes switching banks easy with 3 great checking accounts to choose from. You'll also receive a new debit card the same day you open your account, issued instantly with no waiting. Plus, enjoy free internet banking, free mobile deposit, and free bill pay, and enroll in e-statements and receive cash back. Banking with us is a refreshing experience. Ozark Bank, FDIC insured and equal housing lender. Right now at Napa Auto Parts Store in Salem, you can save on a Booster Pack 12-volt lithium jump starter, Irwin Vice Grip 4-piece fast-release locking pliers for $39.99, a Blue Fuel 360 swivel rechargeable light for only $39.99, and Napa Full Synthetic Motor Oil $18.99 for a 5-quart jug. Stop by Napa Auto Parts Store, 604 East Scenic Rivers Boulevard in Salem.
We're down to a minute 7 left in the fourth quarter. The inbound comes to Henry, and the Tigers trying to come back. They trail it by 3 now, and Henry has the ball, getting it off to Stark. Pepper Stark flips it right side to Henry. Henry has Hughes all alone on the baseline. Goes back on top to Justin Hoffman. 49 seconds left to Stark. They're just stalling, and Salem will need to foul, and they do so, and that will put Hoffman at the line to shoot a 1-and-1. Foul called on Silas Wolf, who's in the game. So Justin Hoffman, who has 2 points, will shoot a 1-and-1. It's the first free throw of this fourth quarter by St. Clair, who's 8 of 12 in the game. Salem 7 of 15. That's the difference in this contest, the percentage right there. 2 3-pointers by Calvin Henry in the fourth quarter have been the difference. Some bad turnovers by Salem as well here late in the game. Hoffman's free throw is no good, brought down by Schultz. Salem back the other way. They need a 3 to tie. Here's Dotson, beyond 3. And the drive in, does all the way to the paint. The shot misses. Carter Chilton with a rebound, scores. And a timeout called by Salem, down by 1 with 31.2 seconds left, and this will be a full timeout. We'll keep it here and tell you Southwest Baptist University's campus in Salem provides quality higher education close to home for the residents of Dent County and the surrounding areas. They offer degrees in the nursing RN Bridge program, criminal justice, as well as elementary education, and many others. For more on degrees or programs that they offer, contact admission counselor Chris Welch to schedule your appointment as a prospective or returning student. It's Southwest Baptist University's campus in Salem, 729-7071, or stop by on Grand right here in Salem, Southwest Baptist University's Salem campus. Well, the winner of this game will go on to play Friday at 5:30 against the Steelville Cardinals. The loser of this game will play in the consolation bracket against Cuba tomorrow at 5:30 here at Owensville. .2 seconds left. 2 more games yet to play tonight here. We're at 7:30, so it's going to be a long night here at Owensville, as Lynn and Bell will battle next. Salem with good pressure, and Salem's going to get called for a foul on the inbound, and Kinder will go to the line to shoot a 1-on-1. Well, they couldn't get it in. They're going to have to call a timeout. But instead, and Marlin called for the foul. So Johnny Kinder, who has 2 points, makes the free throw. 2-point ball game. He has another one coming. That's a 1-on-1, a key 1-on-1 make. 31 seconds to go. Next free throw is good. It got the shooter's bounce. Kinder checks out. Hoffman back in. 3-point lead by St. Clair. Here comes Dotson. Dotson drives in all the way to the hole. This shot is no good, but he'll draw the foul. With 23.6 seconds left. Foul called on Michael Hughes. That'll be his third. But Dotson will go to the line. He will shoot 2. 3 for 3 from the stripe, make it 4 for 4. And with 23.6 seconds left, Salem still need a possession. You'll have to stop St. Clair. Some beat St. Clair by 1 point in the Sullivan tournament. The next shot is good as well. Silas Wolf will check in. He'll be doing the fouling here, if it's possible. Salem in full court pressure. As Pepper Stark will try and get it in. Does to Kinder. Got away from Marlin. Kinder all the way down the other way. Pulls up. And Kinder getting it to Henry. Henry is then fouled by Wilson. With 16 seconds left. As Henry goes to the line to shoot a 1-on-1. The Bulldogs will be in the double bonus after this. Henry's 3 of 3 from the stripe. That's not the guy you wanted to foul, but Salem couldn't get Kinder. He had made both of his. Henry the line. 1-on-1. 16 seconds left. Carter Chilton and Jordan Schultz there for the rebound, but it makes it. Does Henry. Got another one. Still a 1-possession game. Now just a 2-point game. Henry waiting. Bounce the ball 3 times. Free throw is good. 3-point. St. Clair leads. 16 seconds left. The inbound to Dotson. Dotson brings it in the offensive zone. Salem needs a 3 here, and a timeout called by Coach Crew with 10 seconds left here in regulation time. With a score, St. Clair 48, Salem 45. Let's take a 30-second break and come back. This is Tiger Basketball on KSMO Radio.
At the Bank of Salem, keeping your account safe and secure is our highest priority. We're adding text fraud alerts as part of our debit card protection program. If Shazam, our debit card processor, suspects fraudulent activity on your debit card, you may be alerted via text message or phone call. Ask a Bank of Salem employee today. Remember, we will never request card or account information via text, phone, or email. The Bank of Salem, putting our customers first since 1883. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Can't get out during the day to pick up your prescriptions? Country Mart Pharmacy will be glad to deliver or mail your prescription at no additional charge. Or maybe you can't find what you're looking for. Country Mart Pharmacy will be glad to special order it for you and have it the next day. Just call 729-4091 or let the staff at Country Mart Pharmacy on Highway 3272 East in Salem help you today. Country Mart Pharmacy, Highway 3272 East.
10 seconds left. The inbound comes to Hayden Wilson. Wilson moving to his left. Down to 7 seconds left. Trying to get to Dotson. 3 seconds. Dotson puts up a desperation three. It's short. No good. And the Salem Tigers will fall to St. Clair by a final score of 48-45. A couple of late turnovers proved to be the difference in this game as Salem falls to 2-7 on the year. And they will take on the Cuba Wildcats tomorrow at 5:30 as they fall into the consolation bracket as St. Clair beats Salem again. Another very close game. They beat them by a final score of 48-45. We'll come back in 2.5 minutes and wrap it up. This is Tiger Basketball on KSMO and online at KSMORadio.com.
We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and we're for the Missouri way of life. We're for worrying less about the what-ifs and more about the why-nots. We're for checking off your bucket list and then making a new one. For starting a family, a business, a tradition. And if you find yourself starting over, we're here for that too. We're for building a life in Missouri and then going out and living it. And when it comes to making sure everything you've built is protected, we're for you.
I'm Willie Strader, your Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and if you're in Dayton County, I've got you covered.
Here at Riverways Federal Credit Union, our mission is to be your hometown financial institution, providing versatile solutions and making a positive difference in our members' lives. Riverways Federal Credit Union offers home, business, and farm loans along with great rates on checking, savings, and CDs. We commit ourselves to the credit union philosophy of people helping people, adding value to the financial lives of our members, families, and communities. Visit us today at riverwaysfcu.org or one of our locations in Rolla or Salem. Riverways Federal Credit Union, a positively different financial institution. Member NCUA and Equal Housing Lender.
The Salem Memorial District Hospital is proud to announce the donation of a new mammography machine offering digital 3D images. This latest technology allows for better detection, a lower dose of radiation, pristine images for superior accuracy for women with dense breast, and more. The SMDH Radiology Department is accepting appointments now for women who would like a mammogram. Just call 729-6626 and ask for me, Julie Malone. Salem Memorial District Hospital. Every patient, every encounter, every time.
Reality check number 44. You can spend money everywhere. Why can't you bank everywhere? At Town & Country Bank, we have a solution for that. Town & Country may be a hometown bank, but our banking is state-of-the-art. We have dozens of ATMs across the area. Plus, you can bank anytime, anywhere, online or on your phone. You can even deposit checks from your phone. Pretty cool, huh? Town & Country Bank. Smart, friendly solutions. Member FDIC.
There's a place for do-it-yourselfers with everything for your car or truck.
At K&H Auto Supply, get Parts City conventional oil priced at $16.99 for 5 quarts. Johnson's starting fluid, 2 for $6. And Armor All tire foam, it's only $5.49 each. Stop by K&H Auto Supply, your Parts City Auto Parts store right here in Salem.
Parts City. Yeah, Parts City. Parts City.
Salem Tigers fall to 2-7 on the year as they fall to St. Clair tonight in the first round of the Owensville tournament, 48-45. And where a couple of just mistakes by the Salem Tigers, some early missed shots, some excellent opportunities, and not being able to follow through, capitalize, and take advantage of the chances. Killed Salem again tonight, and free throw shooting again, a big problem. Only 9 of 17. That's just a little over 50%. And that would not even been that good and not been from Reese Dotson's 5 for 5. But for St. Clair, 12 of 17. Those 3 extra points from the free throw line, that's the difference in the game. Each team had 12 turnovers. Each team had 5 steals. So it was a very even ball game all the way through. Tigers were led by Reese Dotson with 18 points. Following that was Carter Chilton with 9. And 5 points for Lucas Morrison. Jordan Schultz finished with 4, as did Brian Marlin and Dawson Conway. 2 points and for Hayden Wilson. And that's it. 1 point for Silas Wolf. The Tigers led rebounding by Lucas Morrison with 6, 4 each by Wilson and Schultz, 3 by Dawson Conway, 2 for Reese Dobson, and 2 for Hayden Wilson, and 1 for Logan Chilton, and 1 for Silas Wolf. For the St. Clair Bulldogs, their leading scorer was Calvin Henry with 17. He was the big push in that fourth quarter with 8 points, 11 by Michael Hughes in the game. His first quarter and fourth quarter were his big quarters. He also led them in rebounding, but we'll get to that in a moment. 6 points each for Kamale Bursing and also Timmy Hoffman. 4 points for Johnny Kinder, 2 for Justin Hoffman, 2 for Pepper Stark, and that rounds out their scoring. No other player scored in the game. Leading rebounder, as I mentioned, in the game for St. Clair was Michael Hughes. He had 6. Thursday also had 6 for St. Clair. Timmy Hoffman had 5, 4 for Pepper Stark, 2 each for Hoffman and Kinder, and 1 for Calvin Henry. As I mentioned, 12 of 17 on the free throw line was St. Clair, 9 of 17 on the free throw line was Salem. That's the difference in the game, the 3 points. And the game pretty well stayed 3 points all the way from halftime. It was 26-23, 34-31, finishes up 48-45. Salem did have the lead in the game, got to within 1, and then got to give credit to St. Clair. They hit the free throws down the stretch, 4 for 5 in that fourth quarter. They did miss 1, but then the Tigers were called for a foul in the offensive side of the ball, which turned the ball back over. On a few turnovers in that second half, but Carter Chilton called on a foul that's turned the ball back over on a pick. The Tigers 2-7 on the year. They will take on the Cuba Wildcats, who are winless. That game will be tomorrow night at 5:30. That game will be here at Owensville, and we'll be here to bring it to you on KSMO Radio 1340, your hometown radio station. Coming up next is Lynn and Bell, and then Owensville will take on Osage in the final game of the night tonight, and that'll finish out the brackets for the rest of the tournament. Again, earlier tonight, Steelville defeated Cuba 78-52. They will take on St. Clair on Friday at 5:30, while Salem will come back tomorrow night here to Owensville and take on the Cuba Wildcats. And again, that game will be at 5:30, 5:15 with Tiger Talk and Coach Conrad Prue. Tim back at the station. I'm Stan Stevens. Thank you for joining us for Tiger basketball in the Owensville tournament, where Salem falls to St. Clair by a final score of 48-45. Have yourselves a great evening and good night from Owensville.
Tax season is still a while away, but it's never too early to start tax planning and tax consultation. Let Jackie or Beth at Taxmasters help you start preparing for the upcoming tax year. They also have over 30 years of accounting and payroll experience. Stop by and see Jackie and Beth at Taxmasters today, located at 510 North Main Street in Salem, or call 729-3001.
You have been listening to Salem Tiger Basketball on KSMO Radio and online at KSMORadio.com. Tiger Basketball has been brought to you as a courtesy of your community health center, K&H Auto Supply, Town and Country Bank, the Salem Memorial District Hospital, Country Mart, Farm Bureau Insurance, the Bank of Salem, Napa Auto Parts, Fairground Auto Plaza, Progressive Ozark Bank, Southwest Baptist University of Salem, Town and Country Insurance, the Common Grounds Bistro, Larson Collision Center, Commissioner Dennis Purcell and Family, the City of Salem, Tax Masters, Riverways Federal Credit Union, Duncan Family Chiropractic, Conway Construction, and Your World Today. Don't forget to join us next time for Tiger Basketball on KSMO and online at KSMORadio.com.